I guess we're live.
All right.
No, all right.
Keith,
let me tell you about this motherfucker. He gets chauffeured to the show. He's worried about the paparazzi the whole time.
Very well deserved.
He shows up with swags for the host.
Yep.
This is going to be the new normal.
It's kind of what you got to do now.
The new
kind of as we continue to.
We are moving up.
My payment check covered this.
We got swag
we need to get into the swag. Y'all need to go ahead. I mean,
let's just start off with it's like Halloween. You know, kind of.
Can you turn that off?
That's my dog.
Is Aaron Kelly
a golf cart around?
Aaron Kelly gets mentioned every week.
I know. It's probably Aaron.
Go ahead.
Wants to know where the fish were.
Introduce our guest. You want me to introduce him?
All right, we got the DrumBum on today, episode 19.
DrumBum.
Keith,
TW's Keith.
The guy in the morning that's on time.
What episode are we?
We're at 9 3/4.
We're at episode
14,
19.
16. Watched all the episodes last night. Amazing.
What was your favorite?
Oh, now I got to lie quickly.
No, we didn't watch any of them.
You had Sarah.
That was a good one.
You had Jack Attack. You had Big Jack.
Yeah. I think that was like the fan favorite.
And then Brian DeHart.
That might have been
trying to get a bad story out of Brian. He's the nicest guy in the world, and then you get me. I'm probably the most hated. Yeah,
but you had to be on here because you've been canceled like 3 times, right?
At least.
Well, you're friends with Reese, so that's
something.
Yeah.
That's exactly
that says a
right.
lot, actually.
Yes,
you're a much higher quality individual than Reese. This will go a lot better than Reese. Anyway,
we could talk trash about Reese because he's not really tuning in.
He's not. He doesn't even know about it. All he wants to do is, I got driftwood to do. I told him I had Keith coming tonight.
I don't care.
Does
he got a box?
You think you can come by? I got a 300-pound piece of driftwood. You think you can help me load it?
Oh yeah,
I'll give you $20.
Yeah,
I heard about that on the radio today.
$20.
$20. What does that even get you anymore? Like a Happy Meal?
And he can't understand why he can't get employees to work his driftwood business. I'll pay him $10. $10 an hour.
Yeah,
and
they're getting like 14 plus an iPhone 13 at Dairy Queen.
I was eyeing that. I mean, first of all, ice cream.
We are so off topic.
Where are we?
Swag bags.
All right, we got This is so awesome.
You think this is just a bunch of crap?
This is crazy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You guys are hurting my ears. Stop yelling.
It's going to be
first of all,
it's going to be on our bill at TW's when we go in there next time.
Do I open my swag bag now?
Now. Just do
later?
it now.
It's for like.
Y'all can open that, and I'll get you the other surprise.
All right, I'm gonna.
I need you to tell everybody what's your
DrumBum OBX.
Well, and what else? What else do you do?
What else? I work at TW's since the Lost Colony got here. I've been there.
I told my wife. I said he's been at Lost Colony. He's been
at the Lost Colony.
Been at TW as long as I've lived here.
Oh yeah, I've been there close to 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, shut up!
It is, man.
That's a fucking pension, dude. In jobs.
Yes. And I love it. And I love Terry and Robin and Justin.
That's a great family, man.
And if Justin ever gets back from his hunting trip this week or next week or the fall,
I might have to go out there now. I might just leave here and go straight there now that you say that.
Not only swag, I will autograph. Autograph pictures, folks. You know how much these are worth?
Did they say DrumBum?
I mean, seriously. Look at that sunset.
Our guest brought us autograph.
My own pictures.
Is this our giveaway?
Yeah. No. This could be part of the giveaway.
Autograph pictures of himself.
Hey, ladies, part of the giveaway. There you go.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Jack, you are getting upstage, buddy.
Jack was here for the free beer.
Let's go through this one more time. This is a microphone.
Yes. Chip,
you're like me. I just do this.
He's back here in the other room. But the thing is, he's in the other room, but he's still peeking on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have a blast
I'm a quiet
this
person.
This is going to be a tough one to edit.
Your tax dollars are going to be hard at work.
Yes.
You work at TW's. You run the show there, I guess, more or less. You have been running the show.
I open.
You open. You have a set schedule.
I'm the one that opens the shop on time. Yeah.
Cheery.
Oh yeah, cheery.
Greets
high five.
adoring public.
And you know, the worst thing now, and I will say this, the worst thing with all this pandemic stuff is stop fist bumping me. I hate
Just
that.
leave you alone.
Really. The fist bumping's got to stop.
So how has it been since, have you always just been at Kitty Hawk?
Yeah, well, I worked in Nag's Head when it was a little bitty, the old Tackle Express. And then I worked in Kerala
That's
I remember
right.
that.
for 5-10 years, something like that. And,
5 or 10.
And that's that. I wish that on nobody working in Kerala. It's too long.
That sounds just awful.
It is awful. It's one road.
That business or that place is
No,
close.
it was somebody bought it,
Okay.
and I actually sell tackle and rigs to the guy that owns it now, Derek OBX Tackle.
Nice. Cool.
Yes, and that's what I do. I work all day, and then I go home and tie rigs. Put my earphones on, tie rigs until about 10 o'clock at night.
Damn.
He's got a little hustle.
I've got a little
Little
hustle
side
going on.
hustle.
We all got to do it.
It sounds like TW's is your side hustle.
It's gotten to the point where
This
I
is all
can't keep
you.
up.
This is look at me. This is all you. This is your show. Tell us
I
what you do.
can't. I tie rigs until my fingers fall off every night.
What's
But
the
so,
business?
like, what's the like a day in the life of tying rigs? I mean, are they drum rigs? Are
you
they-
know. Well, first of all, you got the groupies.
Okay.
It's tough. The performance enhancing drugs that goes on. It's not for the weak.
What's
I mean,
the name of your business?
It's glamour.
If people want
At DrumBumOBX.com. Now, if you go to the wrong site, you'll get a like Ragehead drumming, which is pretty.
Just drum
which
bum.
is good.
If you
too.
don't throw the OBX on there, you might
you
get.
find a bum drumming. Pretty freaking awesome. But,
what does DrumBum make, sell? What is the
I
product?
sell the drum rigs, which everybody uses, the fish finder rigs.
Okay.
And I make 6 different sizes in those. I make shark rigs now, which is a big thing. That got real popular because everybody knows that fish is anywhere. There's more sharks than there's ever been.
Are you
Yeah.
responsible for Division of Marine Fisheries when they measure my fish, giving me a shark rig now?
You think that's funny? I tied up.
Wait, what do you mean?
2,000 rigs at the beginning of the year. I tied up and finally read a little law that says you've got to use a perfect inline after the fact of me crimping 2,000 rigs. So I had to get those rigs off the shelves, get my cable cutters, cut every rig, and
No, you take your
Recrimp
pliers
them.
and you just bend the hook.
recrimp them, and make them legal. Because Donnie will attest. I'm all about being legal
He is
when
the
it
most
comes
legal
to fishing.
angler I've ever met.
Yes,
That's how I am.
nothing.
As long as I've known him.
I hang out with a lot of outlaws, but
Yes.
I keep it tight.
I keep it.
Chief
yeah.
has never done anything untoward on the water.
Nah, not in my boat because I never usually had a boat.
I
It was usually
did
somebody.
accidentally kill a flounder the day after the season went on.
It happens accidentally.
It was
Accidentally,
pure
it happens.
accident.
You
It
do
was
know
a
they're
very
like
large one.
no, you do know they're like starfish, where if you They'll
This
grow.
isn't a confession though.
right,
This is-
no, not me either.
just in case Chris
Yes.
Lee is like maybe tuning in or something.
No, I wouldn't do it.
But what I was saying was, the fishery guy came up to me the other day. I forget his name. It's been there forever, almost as long as Keith. And he gave me a towel, little DMF towel, hand towel. But he
Sweet.
gave me a wire rig with a circle hook on it. Shark
Yep,
rig.
shark rig.
What do they want you to go catch sharks and release them?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't ask. I just said, thank you for the towel.
I remember them giving some drum rigs before.
Oh, the Lupton rigs,
They were perfect circle rigs.
perfect circle hooks.
But see, I bought a pack of those on accident, and every time I open one up, I take my pliers and I bend it.
Bend it a little bit, offset.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it even matters. It just matters to me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're a rebel like that. I've learned this.
I feel like it's all about the confidence, you know?
Are y'all fishing more circle hooks for your trout now?
What?
No,
What do you mean?
I don't live bait fish.
Do you cut bait fish
Yeah,
For the trout?
for the trout?
no.
Do you
It's always a
accidentally
bycatch.
catch a bunch of
I
trout
caught
doing it?
we caught 3 nice trout today on cut bait.
Right,
Really?
Yeah, 3 over 20 inches. Drum fishing.
really.
Yep.
I did.
I didn't either. I was tying rigs.
But I never feel like I'm actually targeting trout while I'm cut bait fishing.
Never.
it can be back in the day of Green Island. We were talking about Green Island before, and this time of year you'd have hard wind like this, and they get stacked up there, ridiculous. But they'd be a lot of times on that finger mullet a little bit earlier. They'd be on the finger mullet, and you fish cut bait under the finger mullet, and you'd catch stud bolts. And that's back when the limit was
10 per man.
10 per man.
And you felt like you had, and even if Emmett wasn't with you,
that was 20 fish.
You kept Emmett's limit just because you care about him.
Oh yeah. I was always thinking of somebody.
Wait, I thought we were by the book. What's going on here?
No, we talked about
this is a new thing
on the way.
And that was when drum was 5 fish.
Oh man, that was ricidulous.
No way.
5 drum, 10 trout.
5 drum per man.
No limit on flounder. No limit on flounder.
You don't.
We're old.
That happened in '98.
Dude, I just started last year.
Right.
Yeah. Was that? Was that not in Virginia then when you were growing up?
No.
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't a saltwater fisherman.
5 drum per man, 1 over 27 inches.
Wow.
You talking about some egregious limits, man.
Oh yeah. It was ridiculous.
Now it's like.
I'd feel
I'm getting almost a little nervous. Like if they take away our speckled trout, or we go down to like 1 trout, we're just
ribbon fishing, buddy.
We're gonna be
ribbon.
I don't want to catch ribbon.
You're going ribbon fishing.
You're going ribbon fishing.
I'm going to another career.
Yeah.
I would hope that the trout limit doesn't go down. There appears to be a very strong population. I was telling Keith yesterday when we were down the Sound, man, just fish from 6 inches to over 20 inches.
Yeah.
And that's definitely what you want.
Multiple year classes.
Yeah. Involved. Yep. We got a great class. We just got a great stock of trout right now. So.
And the pups are anywhere you'll get into those little 18, 19 inches and then get into the 30.
Yeah, we got a few years of pups. Because I can tell you, man, like 4 or 5 years ago, none.
Right.
Remember that? Remember that
it was
5 years ago?
Are you going to bring up the story again? When I tell everybody that I boxed you out, you're going to tell that same old story again?
No, I'm not going to do that to you.
It's not true. That's why.
It's totally true. I
had a
boat.
He brings it up every chance he can get.
I had a boat full of like kindergarten kids that wanted to catch their first drum.
All I want to do is catch some fish.
They were like, please, Captain Dave, please. And then Donnie had like a just school of drum just boxed out, wouldn't let anybody in. Yeah. It was him and one guy. They sat there and caught like 40. Wouldn't even let me in there.
It's not true.
He was making me like pay my dues. I was like the new guy.
It's not true. It's not true at all. Come over here. And
all these kids are crying on my boat. Just
little Timmy ain't gonna make it.
Why is he doing
this? And I did not box him out, Keith, because this is one of the trips that my motor. That's the only place I could fish was right outside the fishing center.
Dude, you wouldn't even make eye contact. You just
you were doing the look.
Oh yeah, he was doing the no look.
I don't see anybody.
The old classic no look box out.
That's not true. I called him in there. I called him over there.
He did not. After they each caught 50.
And then he told all his friends about it. And we never got on him again because his friend posted.
So you couldn't go to Virginia Beach with his gang from Virginia Beach?
Who was my friend?
I heard he's a Virginia Beacher.
Yeah. I'm a Virginia Beacher for sure. I'm proud of it.
Yeah. That's what we heard. We heard all about it. And we were talking about liking striper fishing in Virginia Beach back in the day. It was awesome.
It was fun.
But you did that, but you didn't have the drum that were
No, we never. I didn't really do the inshore fishing. Growing up, we did a lot of bass fishing, freshwater fishing, and then
is this where
I honestly didn't even really get into like saltwater fishing until I moved down here.
Now, when you talk about that right there, is this where I cut the video of your father bass fishing in over top of this?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, on that show I sent you when he was on the.
I just got like teared up. That was
his dad. Dave's trying to figure out ways to get more viewer interest, and cutting in over top of us talking is probably a good way to do it. Oh, yeah. His dad has a classic video.
Oh yeah, he
bass
does.
fishing.
Really?
Back in the 80s.
He was on like WVC or whatever.
They
used to have an outdoor segment.
Shirt.
No, he just had the look.
No, he had a mustache that was like this long. And then he was out catching bass with whatever news anchor. He had a push button reel, so that's how outdoorsy he was.
About. Yeah,
and pretty classic.
I grew up
bass fishing, man. That's what we did.
That's what I did.
That's
I bass fished tournaments.
I don't know anything about it.
And that's why I like trout fishing.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Same.
That's why you change out your lures all the time.
Are you a
Not
lure?
really.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much green
yeah.
or die.
We were talking about it on the way here. Keith talks a lot, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
just using popping corks. He said he branched out of his comfort zone and put a topwater plug on a couple weeks ago, man.
He bought 40 of them.
Now you're sold.
Then he went out and bought a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Kind of like I did. I have a bunch now sitting there. Hooks are rusting.
Yeah, collecting, like with our cobia stuff, collecting dust. And
Yeah.
I did watch your cobia show.
Which one?
I'm
Which
going
cobia show?
to throw in
We've done a
your
few cobia.
review.
The cobia season that never
pile of
was.
suck.
Yeah.
It was horrid.
God,
God,
what a
I mean,
terrible
We're
season.
not, we're
It's
not even thinking
so
about it. It's
bad.
over. We moved past it.
It's like I don't even feel comfortable booking cobia trips
No.
anymore after that year.
Y'all want to ride around? We're going to see some turtles. It's going to be awesome.
Oh man.
Horrid.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's get into the swag bag.
I want to talk. We got to give
my God.
We got to give a fishing report.
Oh yeah,
even
we
though
do.
it's the same thing we caught last week or the 2
One
weeks
of the things we talked about that we wanted to improve on was we want to get a little more detailed in our reports and kind of more tips and tricks and techniques.
So they're going to give numbers out.
No,
folks.
we're not
They
getting numbers out.
love
But
doing that.
You probably don't
No locations.
You
We're
just-
not that desperate for viewers
Yeah.
yet.
except for Green Island or
No.
Jet's Point.
Jet's Point. Yeah.
Those are two
The
locations.
prop is a great place to
No,
go.
So, it's cooling down. Temperatures are dropping. Things are on the move. How do you adjust to like the fall fishery versus your summertime grind? Like, what are you looking for now?
I'm not spending well, you never do. I'm not spending much time in one place. If I don't get a bite after a few
Right.
minutes, I'm Dave Lusking it and going and
So-
moving on.
Okay.
Which I did yesterday. I moved around like it was the fourth place before I finally started catching fish yesterday. So I guess the answer to your question, I speed up.
You don't camp out.
I do not camp out thinking, man, they're going to turn on here. They're going to turn on here.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, that's a better approach when the water's warm and you know they're going to be there.
I think as it drops, finding a little, like I was talking about a couple spots. Once that water drops, and all this bait start flushing off them flats, if you find a little deeper water, if you find that 4 to 10 foot of water, they will stack up.
It sucks having a guy on here that probably knows as much, if not more.
Well, you know what I've been doing?
I used to.
I've really been focusing on, I mean, I feel like I do this all the time, but even more so right now is like getting around some bait.
Yep.
Getting around, even those glass minnows on the top where you pop a cork and it showers, you're where you need to be.
Yeah, there's something
yesterday I
there.
was looking, even though we can only mark, the cone's only about 1.5 feet of where we're fishing.
Yeah.
If I start marking that stuff that looks like specks on my machine, I'll spin them.
Yeah, I think being around the bait right now is critical.
Key.
It's not as critical in the summer because they're in the same places all the time, no matter what.
Right.
But right now they're following the bait.
But we've been talking about that, man. Things are on the move. Things
They
just
are.
move so much, and it can be humbling, man. Like when you make the fucking mistake of telling the people you're going to go get them because you just got them, we're going right back out to get them.
Oh, they're there waiting.
And we get back there and we don't get them.
It's really hard this time of year to even like. I don't even know after I left. Like for example, today we just had them going so hard, and it's really hard to hand off a bite right now because it just doesn't last that long.
No,
And it can be done quick.
Listen, things are schooling up tight. So where we would get a handful of bites here and a handful of bites there, now we're not.
Yeah.
Man, you might pick one.
Little windows. Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about boxing out back in the Green Island bite. You'd have one little corner, and everybody knew about it.
Yeah,
and you'd have one corner, and I'd be right there doing the non-look at anybody or doing the
Donnie. We'll call it the Donnie.
Yeah, we'll call it the Donnie.
Yeah.
We'll block them out.
All right,
It's not true. Do we got to go?
No, just turning it on silent. Aaron's just blowing me up. Yeah, so fish are on the move. We're still just pretty much primarily targeting trout and drum.
What's your water temp now? Is it dropped?
68 is what I had today.
Yeah,
It's dropped.
I've seen it about 65.
I had one day last week after 59 in the morning at the dock.
Yeah, you might as well go home.
Well, we got down the sound and it was 63, but it warmed up by the afternoon. It warmed up to 67, 68. And that was one of those days where they did not bite in the morning, but they did in the afternoon when things warmed up. Which is where we start now running. You think about running one trip a day, you know?
Yeah, just during primo conditions.
Yeah, you leave the dock at noon or...
Yeah, you tell somebody that, they're like, what? Not first thing in the morning? No way. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. You want to go after a Northwester?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning, man?
First thing in the morning.
Well, I told my crew today, and I was like, hey, the first thing in the morning is really not prime time. It's probably going to start off slow and get better throughout the day, and that's exactly what happened. At the end of our trip, it was on fire.
You did. You were a very nice man and put other guys in the meat.
I felt
because you didn't box them out.
You got tired. You got tired of listening to Reese just complain on the radio.
Well, when we landed there, the birds, the slicks. I mean, we threw 4 rods out and 3 of them went off in a minute. It was like everybody needs to.
And
be
the birds
right
have
now.
been on some stuff.
The birds have been helpful, man. They're not always helpful, but I feel like they are this time of year. More so than in the middle of the summer.
Oh yeah, summer they're on all that bait.
Until you see a fucking big flock of cormorants and your charter wants to go over there and fish under the cormorants.
They tell you, Cap, you see all those birds?
Oh, I hate that.
You're 2 miles away and you're going, man, I know what they are.
I'm just going to start driving over there and casting bucktails into the cormorants.
Did you get tired of hearing Reese today on the radio go, I haven't had a bite?
Dude, you know what? I realized that my charters love it. They think it's entertaining. So now, I'm kind of like, this year is really the first year I've ever really been on the radio, and it's pretty entertaining.
If you got him, and
it about actually 15 years ago or 20 years ago, it was a lot more entertaining.
We had Kate out there.
We have our own private channel.
Though. Oh yeah.
But it's been fun getting on there and sharing information, and
it's been very nice of you. I know it's not in your nature.
No, I mean, you guys have been equally as helpful, but I didn't even have a working radio on my other boat, so this is year 8 in business, and I finally have a working radio. But
the worst back in the day, this was way back, is Donnie, of course, being a mate, offshore pro.
Yeah. That's how you have to start, by the way.
I call him up and go, and this was, a phone that big I was calling him on. I was like, hey, what's the dealio, blah, blah. And we're on the 490. You're freaking a mile off the beach. Are you near the pier? We're on 480. We're on 480. What the hell are you talking about?
We need to get somebody on here that knew Donnie back in his mating days, because I've heard some stories about how he was really not the friendliest guy.
That's
it's kind of weird now. He's like really come full circle. I've only known him as a big softy.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I've been an asshole my whole life, so everybody's used to it.
But back in the day, I shouldn't say that. Back in the day,
we are old.
But you knew, seriously, if Keith was fishing, you knew it was probably a good idea to go find him.
What, like in a boat?
Yeah. Or him and his brother
on the pier. I mean, I don't know.
We fished everywhere, and
him and his brother.
We would get on them.
They'd wade all the way to the 3rd point in Green Island.
Yes, that was
your
back.
Point.
I'd die.
It wasn't my point. It was their point.
No, it was.
I couldn't even get there now. I would die.
And then one of the points that we found back there, it's actually the 2nd point, Emmett and I named Cornhole, because we found the 2nd point from him taking a dump.
So that was actually before cornhole was actually a game.
That was cornhole.
That was the original
he took
cornhole.
A dump and we threw some lines out and hooked up. That was cornhole. I'm not going to...
So you weren't like throwing bags there. You were just like taking a shit.
That's a great story. You named it.
Now we get to call it that. Can we call it that now officially?
Cornhole.
2nd point in Green Island. It's cornhole point. He pooped on the point.
And we found him.
That's awesome.
And we acted like, well, that's where we were going to fish anyway.
All right, man.
Swag bags.
All right, swag
bags. Dude.
I got to come up with some graphic.
The most ADHD freaking.
Now, first of all, I gave you some of my baits, my spinner baits, which actually
Pete is going to come unglued.
Yeah, they crush them. That's the new blade I put on those.
This is a little.
That's
a willow leaf.
Willow leaf. That's the number 2 willow leaf.
Okay. These retail for $5.99.
$5.99, and
that was a guess.
I tried them out in a pond to make sure they all run right, and took them out the first day and frammed fish with them, and was so happy because it is cool when you make
like
something
that
that
I
actually
like this hook
works.
on this jig,
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. Only had to buy 500 of those, so yeah.
And Keith says a rusty hook hooks better.
Oh yeah, but by far.
So here it is. This is a drum killer.
Yeah,
and, you might catch a few trout on this.
Oh no, we caught quite a few, and in fact, inland where I gave them to Halty Salty, he's another guy that runs inside. He caught trout real well on them.
Really?
That's a cover.
I like that. All right. So,
I'm going in.
No, we got the same one.
I'm going in.
Nah.
Oh, this is
Keep
another.
going
This is a spoon bill.
You keep going in there.
I wouldn't know.
You
Very
haven't
simple.
gotten to the good stuff.
No, I'm not. I'm
Donnie's
going to
going
go
right
right
to
to the
it.
good stuff here. You got to ease into it.
Yeah, I mean, any of your guests even come close?
You get our next guest has a
No
lot
kidding.
of big shoes to fill.
Sarah,
All right, this
is,
one right here,
Yeah, Sarah.
very
look at
similar. A little bit different vibration on the
yeah.
rounded blade. This is like more of a Sneaky Pete style.
This is a slow. I do like them around the potholes where you can see all the grass and you see a pothole and you let it drop just a hair and then crank it
Ooh,
forward.
now these right here. So
Yeah.
are these more for? This is like a
This
like
is
a
what-
bluefish bait.
This is what I'm. This is what keeps me going.
This is a Hostess coffee cake.
I want you to know something.
You put this on a circle hook.
They consider that one serving. That's,
Review.
oh, these. Oh, go ahead. I dare you to eat one.
I'm gonna eat that here in a
Oh
minute.
yeah.
After I
Right,
drink one more
right.
whiskey shot.
And then, and when you're,
Oh, this is a gift certificate.
that's, yeah, oh yeah, gifts are. A bunch of stuff with that.
$25 gift certificate to the DrumBum website
Yeah.
right here.
Now go down deep. You still haven't. I know Dave's seen it. He's just not pulling it out. What else is in there?
I got a
Go ahead.
DrumBum business
Go
card.
ahead.
Oh, he sells spoons.
I spell spoons. Get it? Yeah.
So what do you just put like a treble hook on the end here and you just kind of...
That's a teaser for when you got your fly rod guys on there. And bam. That's all I'm saying. Anybody can beat that. You come on the show and can beat that.
This is
You
a
can't do
giveaway
it.
tonight.
Oh my God.
But it's not the giveaway. He is
No.
We already talked about this too. He is going so big.
Dude,
I will chauffeur anybody. How is it? Did I get chocolate as well?
You got chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
so what have we learned tonight?
We've
Did
learned.
I bring good
He
shit?
brings good shit. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the new thing.
I don't think I've had one of these in like 10 years.
Oh my God. The only problem I got though, it's 3.5 spoonfuls.
How many servings is this?
I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
enough.
Way too fast.
I want like a bucket of pudding.
Wow, that was delicious.
Yes. No, I'm gonna give a T-shirt away.
All right.
T-shirt away. My T-shirts come in next week.
Wait, we gotta
He's got a giveaway.
but first we need an embarrassing story because you know we kind of skipped that little
Well,
segment.
last week, just me and you. D Hart gave us an. I think,
Why did we skip that? We still have 100 each.
because we were so because it had been.
Thank
10,
you, Keith.
it had
That
been-
was very.
Oh yeah.
Skipped it because it had been 10 weeks since we did a fucking podcast, so we couldn't remember how to do anything.
Oh,
Was that
that's what it
episode
was.
12?
That was the one ever last week. Whatever,
Right.
Whenever it was, 10 days ago. We're still going. The red light's still
What
on
kind
there,
of-
so I guess it's recording.
What kind of
Are we phasing out?
29. Yep. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
I knew
Oh,
we
that
were
was
getting close.
good.
I felt it.
But, yeah.
I felt it in my plums.
There we go. See? And I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to throw you under the bus. I'm throwing my partner Dave under the bus. He has this high dollar video camera that he can't remember to bring a battery for or charge a battery.
No, we lost the charger.
So we're using my old DSLR that shut off after 29 minutes,
Which,
59
you know,
seconds.
nobody really gives a fuck about the video quality.
I do.
Exactly. You don't matter.
you don't think all your new female viewers are this eye candy?
You were going to
on
go
there?
so viral with him
My
on
mom's
the
going to be
and
very
you-
disappointed in
you
my
eating
language
chocolate
tonight.
pudding, eating, drinking White Claws and eating chocolate pudding.
chocolate.
I told you I was on a diet.
I know, you're doing well.
It's really going good.
Keith is going to give us an embarrassing story.
All right, should I do the?
Did you think of one already? He definitely already thought of one because he's been.
Oh yeah, I've got.
He's done his homework.
Should I do
clearly.
the or should I do the other one?
How about
do whatever you want. It's your world, babe.
Okay. Well, everybody knows I live bait. I love live baiting. I love cast netting. I rather cast net than fish.
When him and Reese fish together, they don't even fish. They just all day
Cast net.
looking for bait.
They just catch bait.
Throw in the net.
Yeah,
and but we were out with my buddy Emmett, who was not.
Who is this Emmett guy? He keeps
he was
coming
my
up.
partner in crime.
You don't know Emmett Carawan?
No.
Legend in the the industry.
I'm sorry. This is one of those things generational.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's an old guy I used to fish with. We'll break it down.
Okay.
He's younger than me.
And if you check out my which I can tell you've checked out my page because every picture is him holding the fish.
I have not been on the website.
They used to date.
I'm embarrassed to say it.
Emmett wears a lot of his old clothes.
Yes, he does. It's pretty scary.
But I just go to the store and see.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So.
And but we were live baiting, so it was one of them days where the live bait was not cooperating. So I finally find a little place of live fatback about the size of this table, and of course, pancake it like only I can pancake.
That's all you know how to do.
That's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
Well, I told Emmett to rush over and help me because it was loaded.
Yeah.
When he ran over, he has an old Boston whaler, 18-footer. There was a chicken knife stuck that way in the back of the boat.
Yeah. And
He ran across it and cut his leg about 2 inches deep all the way across his thigh.
No.
Well, me not knowing what is happening, and I'm a patient person, and everybody pretty much knows that.
Unless you got a net full of fatback.
And I was like, what are you doing? What the hell? Well, I mean, we're going to get ready to fram him. And he looked at me turning green and said, look at my leg. And I looked at his board shorts and slowly lifted him up.
Which you've done many times.
Several. and lift him up. But anyway, pulled him up. And he was sliced all the way across. Luckily, me being me, I ripped, this is for the ladies, I ripped off my shirt.
God.
Bronze glistening chest.
Muscles
This
just
is
bulging.
25 years. I was.
You were a tank.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but ripped it off, tied it around his leg, and thought I was a badass. And
You gave him the tourniquet?
Got him the tourniquet, got his leg up. I remember this shit.
Yeah.
Got on the radio.
You saved his life.
I said, hey, Emmett's cut bad. I said, this is bad. I said, everybody out of the way. I'm coming back. And this was through the inlet at 11 o'clock when all the half-day boats were going in or out.
Yeah.
So I cruised and skid up onto the dock. And I'd already gotten the ambulance there.
Yeah.
Because I multitasked.
Yeah.
And there's the ambulance. And I kid you not, out pops a 4'3", blue-eyed, 600-pound lady. The ambulance worker. So Emmett couldn't see her at the time, and Emmett was big into thinking he wasn't me. But anyway, so he tightens up and gets all pretty looking, and in comes Kong, boom, into the boat.
King Kong.
And he was not happy after that. It was a bad day.
He made it though through all that schmack.
Yeah, and now he's got a scar where.
Did he nearly sever his femoral artery?
It was not pretty. It was not pretty. It was like 30 staples.
Oh.
But that was
Did they do staples back then? Or was it,
yeah.
That had to be the early days of staples.
Before they were stainless.
It was a bad day.
The way.
So whatever happened to the net
you
full
know
of...
what was a
Hey,
bad thing?
what happened to the net full of fatback?
That's another thing. Forgot the fatback in the bottom of his boat. It was middle of June, you know. It was horrible.
Just cooked them.
And they crushed the fish that day. So the whole time I'm just going, you pain.
What were you going to do with those fatbacks in the middle of June?
We weren't going to the rocks. This was back when we had cobia around in June. And you could go down the tide line.
Yeah.
And bump in and out.
That was what Donnie did. So Donnie, did you learn that from Keith?
I didn't think I did, but maybe I did.
No. We were all doing the tide line deal was pretty awesome though. It was ridiculous.
I think I got like 1 year of that.
I don't know.
But
now you can do it.
I haven't caught one.
They don't even exist.
There's a ribbon.
You can't use live bait because the ribbon's chewing right off the hook.
Yeah.
Anyway. Enough about that. Give us something. Give us something. Give us something away.
I'm going to do T-shirt. I'm going there.
Oh my God!
You got a trivia question? Did you come up with a question?
We need a trivia question.
Back in the 80s, this was my heyday.
Back when I was born.
Back in the 80s, how many times did I come in with a legal amount of fish? That's where I'm going. Chris Lee is writing me tickets now.
I think he just gave the answer away.
What is that even? I don't even know how.
No, if you
even
knew me
answer
back
that.
then, no, it was horrible. It really was. It was.
So the answer is never.
Yeah, and everybody's just going to say never.
No, there was probably one time I didn't.
That's not going to work.
Okay.
We need to get
something that
we need a question with a real answer.
A real answer.
People will give lots of different answers. You can't go over.
And we're actually going to give this.
I am here. Here's one.
We're actually going to give this prize away.
How many Pirates Cove Cobia tournaments did they have? And how many times did
this is a two-part question?
Did the free agent win them?
You know the answer? I don't know. The answer.
I was on the boat.
You say you know the answer.
So
the trophies.
So we'll just do how many.
How many times did the free agent win the Pirates Cove?
Out of 3.
Out of 3. All right.
What do you mean out of 3?
And out of 4, the fourth, they never had a fourth.
No, because I won it one year. I won it in 06. Aaron won it in 05.
Right. 4. Okay, 4 times.
So we know the answer.
Oh, damn.
All right, new question.
No, I bet your viewers still can't do the math, but we're going to.
Oh my God!
Easier question.
We got to think a little deeper on the trivia question here. There's a lot on the line.
We were doing
is
so
a
good.
DrumBum.
It's going downhill.
It was really looking good.
The trivia portion really came
this
apart.
Is horrible.
All you're doing is giving away a fucking T-shirt. Come up with a question.
All right, how about this?
How many? Do you know how many rigs you've made so far?
No, not even close.
All right, how about this? What is DrumBum's most popular selling rig?
No, got a better one. And anybody that knows, shut shy. What is the only NFL football team that matters from DrumBum?
All right.
That's good.
All right. That gives you 1 out of 32 chances.
Yes.
I like it. We're going off topic.
Off topic.
Completely
like
out in left field.
But at least we got him back on point.
And we probably got some football fans, so there you go.
Oh, yeah.
We got him back on point. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, because those other questions.
All right. That's all I got tonight. It's pretty good. We kind of slowed down at the end.
Yeah, it was.
The trivia
going
portion
strong.
was really rocky.
Yeah.
Keith Tonger.
Yeah,
that was fun, man. Thanks,
it was awesome.
Dude, thank
Drum
you for
bum.
the
let's do fist bumps.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's awesome. Was that a shoulder bump?
Hold on. Before we go, where's that blue box with some goodies? Let's show off.
Where's the box?
What box?
We need to show off some product here before we go. I mean,
all right.
You're paying us all this money to be on here.
No, my check better clear. The surf fishermen, I love shark fishing. And everybody was like joking surf fishing and you catch a lot of sand tigers. Okay.
That's cool.
You want the coolest thing for a kid, because I used to do this with my kids, paddle a bait out and let them reel in a 200-pound sand tiger. They think that's way better than any, what's that, 14-pound trout there.
Yeah, that's a 27. But
anyway, you got to make them legal now. So I had to go through hoops to get these hooks in 1,000 packs, and they're awesome because you get a big old garbo on there.
Yeah.
All you do is tighten up. They fight for a little while, and a little kid can catch one.
Really?
And it's awesome for the little kids to catch a 200-pound fish because all they do is sort of keep the line coming in.
Yeah.
And a garbo will come right to the beach.
All right.
Now, if a hammerhead grabs it, then daddy grabs it.
Doesn't come to the beach.
But what it is a shot of 500-pound cable, Australian swivel, and real nice swivels. And Charles Perry told me, he says, if you're going to do it right. You know?
Yeah.
And then you got 600-pound mono, and that's for you to grab. It's for the tail not wrapping and cutting it. Plus, it's easy on your hand. I used to do all cable, but unless you had the leather gloves on, you would wreck your hands.
Yeah.
And these are awesome rigs, and these are how I rig mine.
What would you typically put on the end of that hook there? A big piece of
big
tuna?
drum head, is usually
like a big
the best.
citation drum head.
No. Well, the false albacore. False albacore is the best bait in the world. And
like
now,
a half of an albacore.
A bluefish is a great bait, but one of the best baits in the world is early in the year. If you're a shark fisherman, catch dogfish. You put a dogfish on there, it's 5 seconds and you're hooked up.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's one thing a sand tiger can actually catch and eat.
Gotcha. All right.
Yep. But those
maybe cut them in half or something.
Oh yeah.
All right. There's a good little shark tip for you.
Yeah, and then the double rig, which is so popular right now.
Yeah.
It's a tandem rig. You fish a 3/8 with an 1/8 ounce head. And everybody's like, well, you know, all the local pros and whatnot. Well, I wouldn't fish a double rig, blah, blah. But for a beginner trout fishing, this is the easiest thing for them to do, because all you do is throw it as far as you can and reel it in slowly. You hop it a little bit, but it's real good for especially when you get like fall time trout fishing. You get a lot more fish ganged up, and you can catch 2 at a time.
Yeah.
But and that's the most popular color.
So that's a gotcha jig head.
Yep.
And a
gotcha jig head
assassin.
And saltwater assassins on there.
Pre-rig, ready to rock and roll.
Pre-rig, ready
no
to go.
swivel, just a loop.
No swivel. Now,
how do you suggest they connect that to their main line?
I am tying some now with like the Spro little bitty swivels in fluorocarbon. But they're a pain. I'm blind. Ooh. So a swivel this big and me doing a dropper loop with the swivel in it's a pain in the butt. But they work very well too. I recommend, you know, everybody's fishing braid now. Yeah. And pretty much all my braid rods always has a little shot, and everybody says fluorocarbon. Yeah, fluorocarbon's great if you got fluorocarbon. If you don't want to buy fluorocarbon, 15 to 17 pound
Berkeley
clear
Vanish
mono. Yeah, well, that's what I've done with all my fluorocarbon now. Is I get 17 pound, 200 yard. It's 200 yard. Yeah. And it's cheaper than buying a little 25 yard.
That's what I use.
And the reps couldn't tell us the difference.
Although Seagar has that inshore spool 100 yards. It's fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, now. Yeah. And actually,
I've been pretty happy with that.
Vision, because all my wife does is look for tackle in bulk. Yeah. Vision is coming out with 100, 200, and 300 yards of fluorocarbon, which is good. It's not that chalky white fluorocarbon. Yeah. Very clear, soft, comparatively speaking, to mono. Yeah. But it's awesome stuff. Okay. And here's the best sellers right now, because you've got 5,000.
It's that time of year.
There's a big drum rig.
There it is.
I had to buy 5,000 of these hooks, but we're almost out of them. This is a 10-0. It is offset. Who makes very short leader. It's a Japanese company. I couldn't tell you the name if I tried. Yeah. It's what we're just going to hachi. Yeah, but very short. Now the guys on
is that short enough for the pier guys?
The pier guys like Jack Graham. Yeah. World class angler. Who did he go for his rigs?
Did he come to the DrumBum?
Go raise your hand. Yeah, he went to the DrumBum. I made him 50 rigs real quick, but his rigs I did with 130 instead of 80. I make them about that long. You want them shorter so you can cast it further. Right. You know, when I was fishing mine, like Nick, the great Nick Walk, his rigs are this big.
The greatest.
You get one little crimp on there.
Why don't you just put a swivel on the damn thing at that point and just put it right on the freaking...
There are more questions. But anyway, fish finder wise, I've gone with these hard ones now. A lot of people use the McMahon snaps, which is pretty much a swivel with a ice clip on it. Yeah. Because you'll never break one. The black plastic ones I used to put on these things.
The thinner ones.
They would fly off.
Yeah, I had that happen.
But what I've done now is found these. They cost me a little more money, but they're not going to fly off and hurt somebody. Yeah. Because it's all about safety.
Yep, safety first.
But that's what, I mean, we're selling a ton of drum rigs around. And I make this from the little bitty puppy drum rigs on up. And this is what I can
What does that cost?
This is what I can tie what does that cost
$4.99.
Okay. $4.99, they're done. And a lot of these local companies that make rigs, somebody else is making the rigs. All my rigs, I tie and crimp every single one of them.
American made.
American made.
Right here.
Red
They're not stuck on They're not stuck on cargo ships right now. They're made right
they're
here.
never going to be.
Deer County.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
awesome.
interesting
That's
stuff,
great
man.
stuff.
And we should have worked that in early.
That should have been instead of the question where we screwed it all up.
I didn't have it. We can probably do something with it.
Oh, yeah.
No, we don't need to. It's great. It's been awesome.
I think he's been eyeing your pudding cup, though.
You going to eat that snack pack?
All right. I'm going to try to exit graciously again. Keith Tonder, DrumBum OBX. Check it out, man. Good tackle. Good tackle.
Thank you.
And, dude, if you ever want to be on this show, don't show up without stuff.
Gotta have stuff.
No guest will come on the show again without
No.
stuff.
Reese is going to bring us some mantles and some freaking
It's going to be awesome.
aquarium.
Are you okay? You look like you're ready to fall asleep.
I'm getting there, man. I was yawning like way too much on my afternoon charter today.
All right.
I didn't get enough sleep.
I'm going to let you go to bed.
All right.
Captain Dave Lust, Salt Minded, DOA, Keith Tonder, DrumBum. Thanks for watching.
Peace. All right.